the sum formula. So using this sum formula, you can get the sum total of the particular range. So let's see. So in the sum formula, either you can use auto sum or else manually you can update the formulas. So auto sum is nothing but alt plus equal sign, alt combined with equal sign, very simple. Then it will give you the result. It will update the formula as it is in the horizontal and vertical. In both of the options, alt equal sign will works. Auto sum option is working, or else manually you can update the formula. Equal sign of sum, then tab key, then select the range. Both the methods you will get the same results. And the auto sum is not working for single cells. So here we have cells like on the C13 we have a value, after that D14, then E13. So auto sum will not work at this time. If you are trying to use auto sum, what will happen is it will select only the E13 since D13 is empty, so it's not considering this value. At this time is equal sign sum of, first you need to select the single cell of C13 comma, then you need to select the D14 comma, then you need to select the other range E13. So now everything is done, completed. And the multiple ranges. So for the multiple ranges, either you can know alt equal sign, it will give you the particular total for this column, then you need to go with for this column. You can do like this, or else is equal sign sum of, select the particular range comma, then you need to select the another range. So here we have selected two range from C17 to C19, after that E17 to E19 we have selected. It has been separated by comma symbol, C17 colon C19 comma E17 colon E19. Next, average. This will help you to count the average. Now whenever you are selecting the particular range, in the bottom line you can see average, count and sum. So the average is 34 and count is 7, sum is 238. In order to use the average, equal sign average, then you need to select the particular range. Selected, done. Here we can see the average is 34. Count. This will count the values with whatever the values available in the particular range. It will count the values, but it will not consider the text values or blank values or errors. Let's see. For that, just use equal sign count of, then you need to select the range. Now I am going to select from C4 to E4. Done. So now you can see the last three items. It referring the other items are 3, but the last three items are 2. Why? Because of the row number 10 is blank and row number 11 it has text values, and row number 12 it has errors. So the count formula will not get considered the blank, text value and the error value. For that we need to use counta function. Counta. The next one is counta. For that just use equal sign counta of, then you need to select the specified range. Done. So here you can see the last three items. The text value, the counter formula considers the text value as well as the errors. Whatever the values are available within the particular range, it will get considered. It will consider the count and the blank. It only excludes the blank values. However, it considers all the other values, text, error and the other things. Count blank. So using this, you can get the number of cells are blank in the particular range. For that, just use equal sign count blank, then bracket, then you need to select the particular specified range. I have selected. So within that, I can confirm row number 8 and 10 is blank, right? So I need a exact result of 2. Perfect. I got the same result. Since 2 cells are blank, even now I will go to delete one more value. So now it's reflecting 3. If I am deleting one more, it will reflect 4. So even in the 0, row number 7, you can see the value is 0 and row number 5, the value is text. Still it's considering all those values. It will only exclude the blank values. display the results. COUNTIF. Using this formula, you can get the count based on the certain criteria. Can give here COUNTIF of. So in my raw data, I have few details: door, shirt, door, services, window, shirt, and anything. Here I want to count how many doors are available. For that, just select the particular range, COUNTIF, then within the bracket, select the range, comma, just you need to mention the certain criteria. So now I am going to mention the criteria as door. I want to count how many doors are available within the selected range. So press enter. Now you can see 2 doors are available. We can check 1 and 2. Row number 4 and row number 6. 2 doors are available. So it's reflecting. If you want to check the 4 others like shirt, we'll check. 3 shirts are available. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We got the exact results. Like this, you can combine this COUNTIF with other formulas. You can do multiple operations using the COUNTIF formulas. And rank. So in order to get the rank, just you need to select this equal sign, rank of. First you need to select C4, comma, then you need to select from C4 to C8. C4 to C8. Then you need to close the bracket. Within that, you need to lock the formula. So lock the formula here is very, very important. If you are not locking the formula, what will happen is, I'll show you the result. So here, as of now, I have not locked the formulas. So if I am not locking the formulas, it will change the values. So first we have selected C4, C4 to C8. So this is the exact result. We need to compare the data between C4 to C8, right? Here the value is right. And next you can see C5 to C9. But usually we need to compare from C4 to C8. But here it's comparing C5 to C9. Like the same, C6 to C10, C7 to C11. Each and every time it's getting incremented. So in order to avoid that, you need to lock the formulas. For that, just select the particular value, then press F4. So when you press F4, it will automatically locked. So it cannot be changed. When you drag and drop, it cannot be changed. Here you can see C4 to C8, the same values, C4 to C8, done. And here is the rank of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything is right. And ascending and the descending orders. So in order to get the ascending and descending order, just in the last end of the line, you need to use comma, 0 or 1. 0 for descending and the 1 for ascending order. So here, comma, 0. If you mention this 0, what will happen is, it will go to descending order. And 1 for ascending order. Very simple logics. Here you can see. At this time, it considering from ascending order. It's showing the result from ascending order. Date differences. So using this formula, you can calculate the birthday date or age, month, days and everything. Date differences between the birthday date. For that, just use date difference of the particular range, comma, today, comma, year. Then you can get the exact years lived and the months and the days. You can get all the results using this formula. Brackets in formula. This is one of the very, very important function. Bracket is nothing but parenthesis. So if you are not using the parenthesis, what will happen is sometime you will get the errors. Now our current requirement is we need to add this to row number 12 and 13. We need to add. After that, we need to multiply with row number 14. So we are expecting the result as, if you are adding this 10 plus 20 is equal to 30, right? 30, and if you are adding multiplying 2, we will get value as 60. We are expecting this result. But without the bracket symbol, if you are using equal sign, row number 12 plus row number 13 multiply of row number 14, what will happen is it will give you the incorrect results. So this result is incorrect. We are using the same formulas, C12 plus C13 multiply of C14, but we get the different results. Why? Because of we have not used the brackets within the formulas. You should use the brackets. So here is that. First you need to equal sign, you need to select the range, plus, then you need to close the bracket. Use the bracket initially, then you need to close the bracket. After that, multiply sign and select the particular range. Now you got the exact results. Now the Excel may be confused. You are adding multiple logics within the single cell, right? It may get confused. In order to avoid that, just use the brackets within the formulas and the concatenate function. Using this, you can concatenate multiple text. You can join 2 or more cells using this formula. Using concatenate of, first you need to select the range, then comma text 2, comma, you can add multiple ranges within the concatenate formula. You can add anything into that. Perfect. We got the results. So if you want to segregate the concatenate formula, you can do that. Comma, then I want to separate by hyphen symbol. Comma, perfect. I don't need E7. Here you can see it has been separated by hyphen symbol. For that, very simple, equal concatenate formula, tab key, first select any of the values, comma, then you need to apply your condition or logic. So here I am going to use double quotes and space hyphen space double quotes, then I will mention comma. So now it will consider this is a text 2. So the C4 is text 1 and this one is text 2. Manually I have updated the values, then text 3. Perfect. Now you can see Kannan space hyphen space Kumar. We got the exact results using the concatenate formula. And AutoSum, already we discussed the AutoSum. AutoSum will helps you to give you the sum total. For that you need to use Alt key along with equal sign, Alt plus equal sign. Then you will get the exact AutoSum. It's working for horizontal as well as the vertical. And the repeat formula. This will repeat the text. No, it will repeat multiple times based on the certain criteria. It will repeat. For that, equal sign rept. Then you need to select the particular text. So next, comma, number of times, whatever the number of times you want to repeat the particular text. Now I want to repeat this text for around 50 times. Okay, I can give 50 times this text needs to be repeated. Now you can see 50 times it's repeated. Using the len formula, I can show you the counts. Perfect. So within this cell, we have 50 text characters. It is repeated 50 times. File name. So in the cell formula is equal cell of within the double quotes. Either you can use address, color, contents, file name, format, prefix, row, type, width. You can do anything. Address is nothing but the active cell address. So the active cell address is J8, right? Now it will display the value as J8. If you want to see the exact file name, then double quotes, file name. Sorry, you need to select this file name, then close the bracket. Perfect. We got the exact file name.